There is a substantial work that went in this year itself, including what the government proposed would be some sort of a watermarking of synthetic content or AI-driven content, and AI-generated content should be marked and flagged, and the onus would be on platforms, so accountability there far more than earlier. That was in a proposal stage. You were looking to consult with the industry. The November 6th deadline was extended by a bit. What is the status of those talks, and by when?
I think we've finished our consultations with industry. Based on the inputs that we've received, we are just consulting the other ministries within government, saying that these are the changes which have been suggested, so which changes we accept, which changes we make, and what tweaks we make. So that portion is on right now, and I think we should come out with the new rule very shortly.
That would be by January is a rational...
Let me just say very shortly, it could be before that, it could be around that.
Before the end of the year could be a possibility?
Is a possibility, yes.
What kind of feedback did you get when you did those talks? Because you have been hugely consultative in the past, and you have been engaging the industry and all of those things that you have done, right from DPDP to the IT regulations and tweaking of rules. In this particular matter of a labeling of AI-generated content, what is the sense that you're getting, and what are the tweaks or changes that the industry would like to see?
See, I think we should be quite honest that industry has been fairly responsible. They understand the logic behind this, and I don't think they are against it. I don't think there's been a serious pushback against it. And again, this is not something which we are either asking them to register or go to a third-party entity or placing some restriction of any kind. All that is being asked is label the content. I think all of us as citizens have a right to know whether a particular piece of content has been generated synthetically or whether it is authentic and real content. I think this is a distinction which we ought to know, because what AI is able to do is blur these distinctions, make it almost lifelike, make it almost real, but we know it is not. And I think responsibility all around demands that we actually label it, at least so that the other person knows that this is not real. And I think that's a principle that all of them are willing to agree with. I think nobody wants to sort of say that this is something which can't be done. Now, I think most of the reaction is, the degree and what kind of change, because see, now advanced technology is such that everything, in some sense, there's some modification or the other. Because in some cases, the modification can be very small, but that in itself can make a difference. One word in a sentence can make a huge difference to what the outcome is in certain cases. In other cases, there's a natural, we use technology, we use all these modern phones, the way that you photograph or you take a video or you record something, the phone itself enhances some of this, they try to make it better. So they want some clarity that, those kind of technical changes which don't alter anything in substance, but they are enhancements, are not simultaneously called into question when you do something like this. I think those kind of reasonable asks we can certainly accommodate.